Hello, Pisces. This is your reading for your full moon today and tonight and overnight into tomorrow in some places, depending on where you are on Earth. And so it's your full moon, 6 months after your new moon at your birthday time, and it's asking you to really allow yourself to rest in I don't know, at this point of the year, so much has propelled us forward throughout this year, and to really rest where you are and sort of acknowledge inwardly where you are, and also really to rest, to just allow things to play out without not that you're being passive, but just that you aren't having to exert yourself, I guess is what I want to say. And then we got the two cards that you got in the last reading. You got both of these cards. Oh no, maybe you got the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords. Anyway, but it's something about this deep relaxation that you're being called to, and this sort of dreaminess is really letting down your guard, but also letting down any kind of habits of I guess it's the same as letting down your guard, but any places where you have had to defend your tenderest parts in situations where you definitely should be able to express them. So this really continues on from your last reading for the first half of September. Anyway, in the second half of September, you have to draw upon from the past is all the habits of care, of self-care, of care you've shown toward others in all sorts of ways. And this is this Queen of Pentacles to me is really about embodied care. So embodied care and the creation of stability is the word that's coming to me. So a stability that is made out of these accretions of moments of care. Okay, and then for what is shifting Uranus in Taurus, and we're with that for a long time. And then Saturn stationing direct in a few days. Well, on the 19th. And then we also have Saturn stationing direct on the 19th. And we also are in the middle of a set of palindrome days. And if you listen to Aluna Ash, she has some really interesting information about the astrology of these times. But for you, my dear, personally, I'm trying to remember the ideas I had of what to draw for. I know where your luck is coming in under this new moon. That's what I drew these for. So it's really the luck of and the birthright of being able to express and live gently in the dignity of your tender self within the structures of your daily living, and that you have your own methods and habits and accomplishments of care to draw upon as you take this rest under this dreamy moon, under this lucky moon, and just allow yourself to be where the year has drawn you to, and where your life has drawn you toward. This moment, we get the moon again for the palindrome days. So it's okay if things are still a bit mysterious. In fact, you can enjoy the mystery, because what the mystery is that sort of, I want to say it's like when parts of your body have been asleep and then you can feel the blood going back into them kind of and coming awake. But it's and it's kind of uncomfortable, right? But it's a good thing that it's happening, but it's kind of uncomfortable. But you can allow the sort of mysterious, like the not knowing or the things that are beyond language to just kind of unfold in these palindrome days. And it's from September 10th through 19th, I think. Yeah. To trust in it, to trust in it. We're between these two towers. But these are structures that don't need to be broken down to allow things to unfold. They can simply bathe in this moonlight, if that makes sense. For Saturn, for the Saturn slowdown coming up on the 19th as we go into the equinox. So this is pretty. And then the Uranus card will be for more kind of overarching themes. Okay, so we have, for the Saturn slowdown, we have Helen Keller as the Two of Swords. Now, I love this Two of Swords because traditionally the Two of Swords is kind of like being stuck, almost like limiting ourselves, or like just being at a place of like, almost like deer in the headlights kind of thing. And just, not being in this moment. Actually, we can think of it more gently as just being in this moment of like, maybe a whole bunch of things are unfolding, and there's been like a scored momentum, but now you're at this point of sort of release. And I think I love this Two of Swords card because this Helen Keller to me like represents and embodies like just like the absolute overflow of any perceived limitation. So you're just like flooding above any flooding beyond any self-imposed limitation that maybe came from this feeling of having to defend your tenderest self, and there may be darn good reasons for those defenses, but that you may now come into a time in your life and within the world. Remember in your last reading, the world came up supporting you, just the motion of what's happening, or maybe it might have been the Wheel of Fortune, but I think it was the whole world supporting you. Anyway, you can go back and look if you're interested. But so you are asked, and you are flooded with this gorgeous moonlight, this dreamy light under this full moon, with this maybe a capability you didn't even know that you had, to live in a way that honors the dignity of your birthright as a tender creature here on earth. And then I'm going to see, like, for the longer range changes over the 7 years of Uranus and Taurus, that maybe elements of those that are happening right now, but also kind of like an overall, I want to say gesture toward like what might unfold. King of Pentacles. That's neat. So it's like a rebalancing of different parts of yourself and ways that care exists in structures in your life, things you can rely upon, including within yourself, things you can discover and rely upon over the next coming years, when you let down these defenses, which you are asked to and encouraged to. And it's almost like a spa day under this moon in these palindrome days. Like, enjoy it. Enjoy this unfolding, and it can again feel weird, like I said, like parts of yourself becoming unnumbed, but how beautiful. Okay, I think that's it for now. I have not a bunch, but I have some personals to do. But happy half birthday, dear Pisces.